But I do remember one day writing Philosopher's Stone. I was walking away from the cafe where I'd been working.
Philosopher's Stone, which became
Sorcerer's Stone, exactly. So that's the first novel. And I had this moment where I suddenly thought, it was like another voice speaking to me, and the voice said, the difficult thing's going to be to get published. If it's published, it will be huge.
Wow.
And that is exactly what it was.
So there was some hint that the voice had said to you...
Well, the thing is, you've got to believe, haven't you?
Yes.
You know, I was not the world's most secure person. I wasn't someone with an enormous amount of... In fact, I'd say I was someone with not much self-belief at all. And yet in this one thing in my life, I believed. That was the one thing in my life. I felt I can tell a story. It is one of the amazing and wonderful things about literature, as about film and music, is it's utterly subjective. So
it's somebody's
that's
opinion.
the point of it. You know, that's the point. Of course, you move in that world. If you expect to just stand under a shower of perpetual praise, there's something wrong with you.
Exactly right.
That, you know, you will get criticism. I knew that going in. And the funny thing is, I'm not a particularly... I was never a very confident person. In there are areas in my life in which I'm very thin-skinned. But not in this area. In this area, I think it's right and proper. I should be criticised, and that's
and can
literature.
You learn?
Always wanted to be a writer, and obviously you want to be a writer. You dream of supporting yourself through writing, definitely. But it is a bit of both, because I was very much aware that children's books, you do not. The possibility of supporting yourself solely by writing children's books is slim. That's the reality of it, and I was fully aware of that. So in that sense, this has all come as a huge, enormous shock. I'm delighted, because I always wanted to write and always have written, but my realistic side had not allowed me to dream of half of what's happened to me, truthfully.
I often get asked by younger readers what I would advise if you want to be a writer. This is the way I did it, so that's the only advice I can give. You've got to read as much as you possibly can, because that's the best way to recognise good writing and to learn what makes bad writing, and those are very good things. You'll probably go through a phase where you imitate your favourite writers. That's perfectly okay. That's another learning process. You resign yourself to writing lots and lots of rubbish. You just got to write that out of your system, and sooner or later you'll hit what you know you really should be doing and what is your genre. And perseverance. You've got to persevere, because it's a career with a lot of knockbacks, but the rewards are huge. I don't mean in the sense that if that's what you really want to do, to be able to do it lifelong is the best thing in the world. Very rewarding. But it's not a career for people who are easily discouraged, that's for sure. And to their parents, don't tell them it's unrealistic. Never say that. Because even if they're not published, writing is the passion of my life, so it's an important thing to do.
Failure gave me an inner security that I had never attained by passing examinations. Failure taught me things about myself that I could have learned no other way. I discovered that I had a strong will, and more discipline than I had suspected. I also found out that I had friends whose value was truly above the price of rubies. The knowledge that you have emerged wiser and stronger from setbacks means that you are, ever after, secure in your ability to survive. You will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Such knowledge is a true gift, for all that it is painfully won, and it has been worth more than any qualification I ever earned.
I was on the train from Manchester to London, and it just came.
Had something like that ever happened to you before?
Yes, truthfully. I mean, other ideas had just come to me, because I think if you're a writer and that's what you spend a huge amount of time doing, ideas do come to you. But nothing had ever come so with such a... I thought, God, I'd love to write that. And when I got off the train, I went straight home and I started writing.
Given a time turner, I would tell my 21-year-old self that personal happiness lies in knowing that life is not a checklist of acquisition or achievement. Your qualifications, your CV, are not your life, though you will meet many people of my age and older who confuse the two. Life is difficult and complicated and beyond anyone's total control, and the humility to know that will enable you to survive its vicissitudes.